So Shams tweets that 21-year-old AJ Griffin is seriously considering retiring from basketball, walking away from millions of dollars for apparently no reason. Was the number 16 pick 2 years ago, had a rough time in Atlanta, but the Rockets were excited to get him. Couldn't wait to see what AJ had, but he's walking away? Ton of people are hoping everything's okay, but you don't retire at 21 if things are going well. AJ's salary this year is $3.9 million, which is guaranteed, but next year, $6 million bucks, just giving it up. What happened? But I am playing underdog with the NFL here. NBA season almost 30 days away. Throwing some WNBA picks in there as well with Pick'em. I pick higher or lower, my favorite game or whatever players I'm gonna watch that night. You can up to 325x your money with Scorchers. And the good news is I'm about to take 2 picks. You only have to take one of my picks, because if you sign up with my promo code AMHoops, the free square tonight is Jalen Hurts. So let's make those 2 picks. We're going WNBA. First up is Kelsey Plum, higher than her points at 17.5. And then Jonquel Jones, less than her points at 12.5. And best of luck if you were tailing those picks. Check out this updated map to see if underdog is available in your area. They have promos all September long. Again, tonight is Jalen Hurts. If you use promo code AMHoops, also you get up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you sign up. Now, to be clear, AJ has not said yet, but if you look behind the scenes, something awful happened. It is a dark, twisted story, but maybe retiring is the right thing to do. So AJ is the son of Adrian Griffin, who lasted less than 8 months as the Bucks coach last year. Adrian was an NBA player himself, so AJ grew up around the game. He went to high school in the New York area and dominated. 5-star recruit, McDonald's All-American, became the 12th ranked prospect in the class of 2022. 1 spot ahead of Scoot Henderson. AJ's strengths were athleticism, shooting, and handling the ball, even at 6'6", 200 pounds. So he had offers from Kentucky and Villanova, but chose Duke to play with Paolo Banchero for the legendary Coach K. His season started slow with a knee injury, but then 22 points in his first start against Wake Forest, 27 against rival UNC. The Athletic mock had AJ going 5th in the NBA draft. USA Today said number 4. But on draft night, AJ watched the top 5 go by, then the top 10, then the lottery. He finally got picked at 16 by the Atlanta Hawks, which confused a lot of people. I mean, the one thing they needed was defense, which was AJ's weakness. But they wanted the value since he dropped to them. But one thing we learned during AJ's rookie year, dude could score. 39% from 3 like college. Multiple game winners off lobs from Trae Young. Hawks fans looked at AJ as a great young prospect, part of the team's future. But something happened his second year. AJ fell out of the rotation, got sent to the G League, and immediately injured his ankle. In January, he mysteriously missed time for personal reasons, which we'll get back to. Overall, he scored just 2 points that year on 31% from the field, 29% from 3. So the Hawks gave up on him on draft night, trading him to the Rockets for the 44th pick. Now, this wasn't all bad. Houston loved AJ in the 2022 draft. They wanted him at 17 before Atlanta took him. So now they had AJ in the building for a bounce back year. Then 40 days before the season, he walks away. What happened? Well, the first clue was blasted on the internet by his brother's girlfriend. She said on Instagram, "These people think money and status are gonna protect them from getting justice for my baby. There's no way that I let my baby be with his father and don't get answers of how 3 adults let this happen." Her 2.5-year-old son was found dead at the home of Bucks coach Adrian Griffin 6 months before that post. The kid was found unresponsive and declared dead at 9:38 a.m. July of 2023. AJ's nephew Jace was said to have no trauma, no foul play was suspected. A coroner blamed natural causes from a respiratory disease, but that didn't stop the mom from blaming AJ's family. This was similar to another incident when AJ's mom posted on Facebook that his dad Adrian was actually a domestic abuser, that he hurt her in front of AJ and his siblings. Now, Adrian denies all of this and sued his ex-wife for defamation, but this had to come down hard on AJ. It was the exact same month that his nephew's mom was blasting all this stuff on the internet that AJ took his personal leave. A lot of people said this incident is why AJ decided to retire, but I think it was just the start. As soon as Shams' tweet went out, writer Gary Parrish hit the phones. He had done a story about AJ and his sister, who both played for legendary coaches in college. Gary then went on his radio show and explained exactly what he was told.
They just never got the sense that he really loved basketball, that he was awesome at it because good genes.
Yeah.
And then because he grew up in it. Where like at some point the love of basketball just went away. And then he was just doing it because he was good at it, not doing it because he cared about it anymore. So then you look at somebody who is good at something and they can get paid to do it and they say, but I don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
That's always interesting to me. Like, how do you reach that point?
So what was AJ interested in? And this is key. If you look at any of AJ's social media, you notice he's passionate about one thing. In one of his final TikTok posts, a few days before his decision to walk away from hoops, AJ shared a message that might tie it all together.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy AJ. I'm just here to remind you guys, man, that God, he told us that all these things were going to take place. He said there's going to be wars and that the last days were going to be perilous times. And so just be ready and keep your eyes on the Lord, because that's what he calls us to do in these last days.
That man believes these are the last days of earth. And I am not making fun of his religion at all. He is clearly committed to it. But why would he be playing basketball if the world is about to end? Obviously, AJ feels that he has a higher calling to spread the message of his religion, not basketball. I think the incident with his nephew shook AJ to his core, made him see life is short. Meanwhile, he's surrounded by teammates who are good people, but don't have the same values or priorities. That is when he fell out of love with the game and turned more to his faith because of all the tragedy and crisis in his life. So his $3.9 million is guaranteed for this year, but next year is up in the air. The Rockets have until the end of October to decide, and there is a chance they give AJ the $6 million to use it later in a trade. The Rockets did this with Kevin Porter Jr. to acquire Victor Oladipo with zero intention of having Vic play on the court. But the crazy thing is, we've never seen this happen in basketball, but in other sports. In 2019, Andrew Luck quit football at age 29. He is considered the best pro athlete to retire in his prime. But Luck had already earned over $100 million. That ain't AJ's situation, but Rachel Heck is. She was one of the best young female golfers in the world, won every major award, and helped Stanford win a national championship. Foregone conclusion, she would go to the LPGA and make a great living. But Rachel got injured and sick, causing her to miss huge moments in college. She was still an elite athlete despite having a rib surgically removed, but all that time away helped her make a decision that she was struggling with for years. So Rachel announced she would not go pro in March of 2024. She realized that her life had a greater purpose than just playing a game. Right now, she is a second lieutenant in the US Air Force. So I think that's exactly what happened to AJ. His nephew died, and it made AJ look deeper at his life. So he quits to pursue a religious calling, which is the only thing that would be higher in the priorities that would make someone give up millions of dollars. So hopefully, he can turn something tragic into a fulfilling life after the game. But there are plenty of other players who are ready for this NBA season. This is a look at AJ's old team and why Trae Young might be on a different team soon.